Let's just see if that works. La 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 la. Yep, there I am. Awesome. All right. Well, I don't know. I used to need music to study when I was a kid, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to being an adult now and sitting there in my own silence and despair. So, all right. Yeah, I don't actually know if I can listen to music and stream at the same time. It's kind of distracting. All right. So the spelling bee. Words have to be more than 3 letters long, and we can use the letters M, A, T, C, N, Y, and we have to use the letter I. Tacit. Good. I'm good, everyone. Look at me go. I don't have to wear headphones, by the way. Oh, so the music's just for you. Oh, actually, if I listen to one headphone, it's a lot more bearable. I can hear myself think. Screen's gone? Oh. Guys, we're having a hard time today. All right. I am really out of it today, I will say. It's not going great. I'll get there. Hopefully. I've been waiting my whole life to get there. It hasn't happened yet, but you know, one can hope. Hello. I'm glad you could pull yourself away from your other streamers, Mr. Grossman. Mr. Grosskrutz. Yeah. I'm having a hard time with my brain today. Hey, Biggie. Biggie. Who's Mr. Biggie? I don't think that's a word. Hello, Catzilla. What's up? I should play Don't Starve together. Solid game. Yeah, I have to start making my streams go for longer so I can get Twitch growth. So I'm gonna start going for 3 hours and then hopefully to 4 hours. If I can do that, hopefully things will get better. But yeah, I'm gonna be gone in May probably. Hopefully just finalizing my accommodation and all of that stuff and transferring some things that I booked before and moving them over, and then I'll be in Japan, and Korea doing Japanese and Korean things, you know. It'll be fun, hopefully. I have 1.6 followers. Yeah, but I got like 1,000 followers like on my second week of streaming, and I don't know how it happened. It just randomly like happened, and I don't think any of those turned into like actual watches. I think apparently I ended up on the front page or something for like 5 minutes and I got a bunch of followers, but because it didn't really transfer into like views or anything like that. So I don't know if like someone was botting and they was like scraping the front page or something. I don't know how it works, but apparently most of the big streamers on here don't like viewbot. Like apparently a lot of them viewbot and like viewbot significantly, like a lot of their. Obviously I don't viewbot because however many viewers that I have is typically how many chatters that I have. And it's interesting that like some people are supposedly have like tens of thousands of viewers and you can watch their chat, like you can read their chat. It's not going very fast. So front page of Twitch is crazy with bots. Yeah, well, I think maybe like 300 or 400 of my followers are legit. And then I don't even know how many are, because I would have to discount all the ones that I got on that night, right? And it was over 1,000. It was like 1 point something. And then I think a lot of those, for a while, my follow account was going down. So I think like a lot of those accounts were getting like banned or something. I know like Twitch cracked down on bots or whatever. So I think a lot of them got caught up in that like whole fiasco. But yeah, I think like my actual growth is maybe like 2 or 3 followers a week, which isn't like that great. But the people that I do have click through, like a lot of them come back again. So that's like good. It means that if I could actually get people to watch me, I would actually like have a decent amount of followers, because like I get, you know, people come and then they come back again. So that's like, I think like that's encouraging. It's just, you know, I don't, cause I don't watch streamers, right? Like I'm sick and I have a job. So between like being in bed, crying about how much pain I'm in and being at work, like I don't watch streamers. But the only streamers I really knew about before I started streaming were like Pokimane, and I only knew about her because apparently she used to wear like leggings and like accidentally on purpose bend over in front of the camera and, you know, flirt with all the Twitch staff, and she was always being pushed to the front page, right? And I don't know, there's porn on the internet, but apparently they still want to see, you know, a girl in leggings. Where like, go to the gym, mate, like go to a yoga studio. They're kind of everywhere. But that's what people are doing. I don't know. It's not, sorry, I'm trying to put on a different song. Not that song, but okay. Just do whatever you want, Spotify. One day I'll learn how to use you. Until that day. That'll do. That'll do. At least I used to sing this song with my friends at karaoke. The search bar is at the top, yeah. Well, my content is better than Pokimane. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be disparaging to people because, like, obviously I haven't seen hours and hours and hours of their content. But, they seem very, very, very superficial. Like that Valkyrie girl was talking about her brother dying and being like, well, he stopped talking to me after my dad died and he's an addict. And she referred to her nieces and nephews as her brother's children, which was just so weird. Like, don't want to disclose too much information. I've spoken about this before, but I have 2 brothers and they're both addicts. One's an alcoholic and one doesn't use anymore, but he used so much illicit substances that now he has schizophrenia and will never be able to live as an independent adult. Like, his brain is fried. Even my mum, who lots of people know, because I've been very open about what type of person my mum is and the things that she did to me when I was a child. I would be devastated if my mum died. She's still my mum. Like, these people are so cold and callous. And that Valkyrie girl as well, I remember her talking about she donates her old designer clothes. And I was like, oh, that's nice. She said, I donate them to my family in the Philippines. How is that? What a weird way to phrase, like it's some altruistic act you giving your, you know, that's so last season Versace to your cousin in the Philippines and trying to frame it as like this altruistic act. Dude, it's so bizarre. And like, again, like these people are always like, I'm on the, you know, I have the right politics and I go around judging everybody else. But like, yeah, they're hand-me-downs and looks like there's nothing wrong with that. If I had a rich, famous cousin, right, and they had like, you know, and they wanted to give me good clothes, but to frame it like a donation? Or like, I know, I don't want to name names, but I know of like some YouTubers that were like big back in the day. They used to put their designer stuff on Depop and stuff, right? And they'd sell it and then they would donate the money to like certain organizations like domestic violence shelters and stuff like that. Like, if you want to say that as like you're donating your clothes, you're not donating your clothes, you're giving them to your relatives. And they're trying to frame it as something altruistic. And then the reason why you are indifferent to your brother dying is because maybe he didn't handle your dad's death in the way that you... Dude, grief does weird stuff to people, right? One of my brothers, the brother with schizophrenia, I haven't spoken to him in 4 years because he said something really reprehensible to me when he was having a psychotic episode, right? And if he died tomorrow, fuck, like my heart would be ripped out. But the thing is, like, I'm not going to ask him for an apology. If he wants to apologize to me, obviously I will accept it because he's my brother and I love him. But until that point, right, because everyone in my family just expects me to always be the person that, like, you know, puts up with crap. And if he just says to me, hey, because I know he was out of his mind when he said it, but that doesn't mean that it didn't hurt me, you know? And if he just said, hey, I'm really sorry for what I said to you when I was psychotic, I understand that it was really so far over the line, I'd be like, yeah, I understand. And I would give him a hug and we would be fine. But, yeah, that's, you know, but I would not be, I would not be streaming going, I can't believe my dead brother. What a selfish arsehole. Look at him killing him. Well, I don't know if that's what happened, but you know, whatever happened, I would be devastated. And I think you're some type of freaking sociopath. Like, I think there's something going on deep within, you know, deep within the, deep within the depths of your soul, if you have one. If, yeah, you can be that indifferent to, like, a family member dying. Dude, that's so weird. You have a very distant estrangement from your family and it took a long time to harden your heart. Well, yeah, even with my mom, like, I still feel a lot of guilt for not talking to her. It's really hard. But, yeah, look, family dynamics are complicated and we don't all come from, you know, happy families. And, like, I understand that. But I think there's something, you know, wrong with you. My model looks so happy. Yeah, it's a nice juxtaposition between between my rotting soul and my happy. I'm smiling in real life, yeah. Well, sometimes you have to smile so you don't cry, you know? Anyway, does anyone know any words? Citation? Oh no, there's no I-O. That would have been a good one. Cincinnati? Since it doesn't usually let us have place names. The only place name it's ever let us have before was Mecca. For some reason it let us have Mecca, but it's never let us have like anything else, which is really weird. Tin Man? Yeah. I really like The Wizard of Oz, but I refuse to see Wicked. Have you refused to see Ariana and her Ozempic and her chin implant, you know, dancing around? Is that basically what what it's about, I assume? I assume it's about the effects of Ozempic. That's what I assume. Matic? I mean, matic is definitely a suffix, whether it's a... No, it's not a word in its own right. All right. Manic. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, we can have maniac too. And mania. Manic. Mania. Maniac. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't let me, but drawn to deep inside of me. And Mitty, it already booted us. It already booted us, Callo. But welcome to the stream. All right, well, let's do the mini crossword. It's over, yeah. Yeah, there seems to be no rhyme nor reason to why the New York Times spelling bee seems to just abruptly end a game. And sometimes you're going for ages and you're like, when is it gonna be over? Yeah, it doesn't. Scratching post end users. Cats? I don't know. Mouse-like mammal. Cosmic fate. Change with the times. Aircraft carrier letters. Ballot dangler. Concert pianist Claudio. Works as an let me try that again. Works as an office sub. Smacks a baseball. Jamaican music. Chad? hanging Chad? Okay. Do they have hanging Stacy's too, or just hanging Chades? USS? Oh, maybe this is temps then. Works, yeah. Office temp. Or if you're me, you can be the office temptress. Get together some sexy outfits when you go to work. Office chic. Can you make a suggestion to add the Twitch links to the YouTube short streams? Oh, that's a really good idea, actually. I honestly thought I had that. You know what, Carlo, I'm such an airhead. Like, sometimes I think about doing something and then I think I actually did it. Like, the amount of times that I can't tell, I'm like, did I do that or did I just think about doing that? That's what it's like inside my brain all day. All day. It's just a mess in here, but we'll, you know, we'll try our best. You get that sometimes? Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Mouse-like mammal. Cosmic fate. Change with the times. You left dishes on the sink thinking you put them in the dishwasher. Yeah, I've done that one. Scar. Oh, yeah. Cosmic fate is karma, more than likely. Alright, so what have we got? In the Al Gore George Bush election, there were ballots where the vote punch weren't fully pressed. Oh yeah, there was that dispute in Florida, right, with the vote count. That was a whole thing. They didn't know for ages who won Florida. I think it was Florida, right? That was the one that was in contention for that election. See, I do know. Yeah, I do know a lot about American politics and geopolitics in general, but yeah. I just find that you attract so many psycho people when you cover politics. Like, I want to cover politics in like a very measured way. And whilst like I am left-wing, I don't want to like, I don't know. I just don't like the way certain political commentators have like these cults of personalities, and you know, as long as they have the right politics, they can like be really horrible people. Says adapt. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. Change with the times, adapt. Beautiful, perfect. All right. Sorry, I didn't see that. Smacks a baseball. I was talking about Hassan. Well, it's not just him. It's Denims. It's all these people, right? Like, they'll form, like, hate mobs against somebody that, like, they perceive as, like, their ideological, like, you know, enemy or whatever, that, like, that they've concocted in their head. Oh, this person's a bad person because they didn't explicitly say my opinion. Or they didn't explicitly say this thing, so therefore they're this, or they must agree with this, or whatever, and then just send hate mobs against, like, normal people. I don't know if spats is a word. Spats is a word, but I think we need to work out what this one is, right? A mouse-like mammal. I have no idea. All right, we'll go smacks a baseball. Spats. Slats. Yeah, we'll just put that there for now. I mean, this isn't sheep, but it would be funny if a mouse-like mammal was a sheep. A mouse-like mammal. I'm just trying to think of mouse-like mammals, right? There's bandicoots. There's possums. A shrew. Genius. All right, let's go back. It was swat. Oh, like you swat a fly, you swat a ball. Okay. You personally have a severe dislike of large corporations and institutes because their growth usually comes at the cost of individuals. Oh, 100%. But my point is, like, if you were a good person, you would be a good person, not just like, oh, I follow this political ideology that I think is like morally superior and yada, yada, yada. And the thing is, like, I don't disagree with a lot of Hassan and Denham's political positions, right? But the way that they conduct themselves as people, I don't even think they believe in their political positions, because if you have that as like a macro view of the world, the way that you treated individual people, like on a micro level and then on a macro level, those things are so incongruent, like the way that they treat individual people. Do you know what I mean? Like, they are perfectly happy to go out and destroy people for the smallest perceived slight. Like, we're talking about ruining people's livelihoods. Some streamers, you know, their entire families depend on their income and things like that, and they'll just like go after it. And I'm just like, no, like, you're not a good person, and you don't get to wear your far left-wing politics as like, you know, you're gonna try and bring a raid here? Oh, that would be so nice. I would appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I just, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, do you get what I mean? Like, if you were a good person, you would be a good person? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not constantly, like, trying to think of ways to destroy people or get back at people. I don't know. That's just me personally. And I think if you are, you're kind of, there's maybe, you know, maybe you're not what you try to portray yourself to be. I don't know, maybe that's why they lean so hard into like the act, right? Ooh, I got raided by Pastel Planeswalker. Hello, people. Hello, raiding party, marauders. Welcome. All right, well, we're going to play connections. So the game is connections. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what those categories are, so we need to group together 4 words that might have a connection. And guess, she was playing Minecraft. And if we guess correctly, it would tell us what the category is. And as an Australian, you find yourself impartial to American politics outside of war. Well, my kind of view on American politics at the moment is I only care about foreign policy, and seeing as though Australia gets dragged into every single war that America participates in, yeah, like, I'm just anti-war in general. I only believe in like a defense force for defense. Like, if somebody's trying to invade Australia, then yeah, like, let's defend ourselves. But otherwise, I'm like, nah. All right, we got some Magic the Gathering people. My ex-boyfriend tried to teach me to play Magic the Gathering, but I was too ADHD to understand what was happening. It's like, this is your lands. These are your manners. This is yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, and then he did something and I died. And I was like, well, you didn't tell me you could do that. And then I got angry and I raged quit. So anyway, connections. All right. We got Shamrock, Drumroll, Punchline, Milestone, Pretty, Watershed, Grasshopper, Landmark, Check, Timing, Attention, Statue of Liberty, Setup, Wasabi, Callback, and Crossroads. Shamrock, Crossroads. No, maybe not. Milestone, Crossroads, Watershed. Watershed moment, Milestone moment, Landmark. Now let's try that. A pivotal point. All right. Green thing, Shamrock, Grasshopper, Wasabi, and Statue of Liberty. Oh, good point. I don't think the Statue of Liberty is supposed to be green, though. I think it's oxidized, right? Wasn't it like bronze or copper or something when the French gave it? Can somebody check that? I think that's the case. I think it's like oxidized. Like if you, yeah, I think it's like wasn't originally green things. All right. Yay. Set up, drum roll, timing, and punchline. Ooh. One away. Replace timing with callback. I add what in post? Oh, yeah, that's the sound effects. Replace timing with callback. Set up. Attention, drum roll. All right, we've only got one life left. We better try harder, guys. We've got to lose. Pretty. I don't know, I'm kind of stumped. Check timing, attention, setup. Roll back, line back, set drum, call, punch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, we're close. I mean, we've been close a few times. We just don't... We just gotta get over that. Set up, check, attention, and who knows what's last. Yeah, who knows what is last. That is the problem. Ugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Hello, Kay. What's up? The keyword's in a production setting. Attention. Keywords. You think please is a hint? What'd you say before please? Pretty please? Check drum roll. Oh, I got you. Check please, drum roll, attention, and pretty. Got you. Sorry, guys. A little bit of bimbo moments sometimes. Check pretty. Drum roll and attention. Yay! Set up, timing, callback, and punchline. Elements of joke telling. Alright, well, we got there in the end. You got a 9 AM class tomorrow? You just decided to drop by? Aww. When is uni back already? Is uni back already, Kay? Or do you start in March? Or did you start this week? I guess it's almost March, right? It's March in like 3 days. Does that make sense? Alright, Wordle time. Let's go with... Alright, we've got an A somewhere. Very helpful. Uni census must be close. Isn't census date usually like 6 weeks into the semester? Like that's where you can't like withdraw from your subjects, right? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I don't even remember how uni works anymore. My brain's like, thank God we're not there anymore. TAFE started in February. Ooh, what are you doing at TAFE? Thank you for the follow, Can I speak English? Thank you for the follow, Pastel Planewalker. I appreciate it. It started this week. You had the summer semester. Yeah, I know. You haven't had a break. You just did the one course over summer though, right? Like the one subject. Do you still call them courses? I don't know. We used to do 4 courses a semester. That's what it used to be called. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm not even that old and everyone's making me feel like I'm old. Stop it. You're doing a diploma in IT. Oh, that's actually very useful. That's actually very useful. Like, you actually will get employment from that. So that's good. Because a lot of people are studying a lot of useless stuff. A lot of people are spending a lot of money to become a barista. You did Wordle earlier, so you're going to see this one out. Yeah, fair enough. One unit for the summer and 3 units for the semester. Yeah. Well, 3 units is still full-time, right? It's only if you drop under that. And the normal load is 4, right? From memory. I don't know what word to put. Fable? Well, we've got an L. Could it be valve? I'm gonna try it. No! I thought I was gonna be smart, but I was not smart. I was dumb. Could it be latte? It could be latte. That's a double T, right? We haven't used tea yet. Speaking of baristas, exactly. Ooh, it's not. All right, well, now we're kind of screwed. Now we're kind of screwed. Sorry, guys, I got excited. You will say your brain is coded for the word and you got it in 3. Ooh, what does an IT student think about all the time? We gotta get into your mind. You have dyslexia. I have dyslexia too. Do you know what they say? Dyslexia makes you sexier. They don't say that, but I say that. I say dyslexia makes me sexier, and I won't hear otherwise. Quite. Well, the saying was fruitalexia, like the goon that you get, like the cheap wine that you buy that we used to get drunk on when we were kids. The saying used to be fruitalexia makes you sexier, and then my friend, who was like really skinny, she would be like, anorexia makes you sexier, and then I turned it into dyslexia makes you sexier. So that's where we currently are. That's where we currently are. Employment is just a myth of the yesteryear. Well, can you tell that to my schedule tomorrow, Kay? I would appreciate it if I didn't have to go to work tomorrow. That would be sick. Calling it goon always throws off your non-Aussie friends. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, goon, cheap wine. I was teaching my Czech cousin about Guna Fortune, and then I took her to a party in Penrith where we were playing Guna Fortune, and she thought it was the greatest thing ever. She was like, "Oh, I need to get a washing line like this for my place in the Czech Republic." And I think, yeah, I don't know, she might be the first Czech person ever to get a Hills hoist, so she can play Guna Fortune. That would be pretty sick. It's like. There's like a generational gap between us. Yeah, there is. Although, you know what? They're always going to need social workers. If anyone's like at your age is studying social work, in 2 years, they're definitely going to get a job, okay? Because it's a growth industry, if anything. You're working in emergency response. Ooh, that's hardcore. You're 30 in 3 years, so you're 27. Wow, that's ancient. Wow, that's ancient. Lance. Very chivalrous. Is that the word? Yeah. Ooh. Very Sir Lancelot. I'm into it. Sir Lancelot, hot or not? What do we think? You work at a clinic right now? What kind of clinic do you work at? I'm a social worker, so I'm like medical adjacent. I mean, I could definitely become a hospital social worker, and then I could be like, I work in a hospital. But am I sure I'm the one to call 27 ancient? That was a sarcasm. That was sarcasm, Kay. Can you seriously not tell when I'm being sarcastic, Kay? I said, oh, 27, that's so ancient. Did everybody else pick up that that's sarcasm? Please tell me you guys got that I don't think 27 is ancient. Jeez. "27 is by no means ancient." So, yeah, by no means. 30 is the new 20 and 40 is the new 30 or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, you'll work it out. My jokes fly over your head. Yeah, if there's one thing that I'm not, it's ageist. I don't care what age people are because I know some very mature 20-year-olds and I know some 40-year-olds that may as well be 12. Like, they're legally allowed to drive a car, and that is frightening to me, you know? I think a lot of it comes, obviously, like, once you're past adolescence, I think life experience is a major factor. How much life experience something has, but yeah. Like, once you're past 25, I think it's more about, like, your exposure to, you know, certain areas of life that sort of determines how mature you are. So I don't know, but yeah, 27 is not ancient. I would start maybe thinking somebody's middle-aged, maybe around like the 50s, honestly, because I think like with the way life expectancy is getting, a lot of people are gonna get up well into their 80s and 90s. So I got a couple of YouTube. Oh, multi-chat isn't on. I was wondering why no one was watching on YouTube. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, YouTube people. I thought I had multi-chat on. You got grandkids and you're not even 30 yet? Ooh. All of your interactions with elderly people lead you to the conclusion that they must not have had any minorities. yeah, I guess again that just depends on exposure and life experience, right? Because my grandparents lived in Western Sydney, and they definitely had a lot of exposure to minorities and have like very diverse friendship groups, right? But like they were in Fairfield West, so very like ethnically and culturally diverse. But yeah, like if you grew up in like rural Australia, or you grew up in like very affluent areas that have only just started becoming multicultural now, as like immigrants have, or people from like descended from immigrant families have started climbing up the social ladder and, you know, getting their way into the eastern suburbs and things like that, and those suburbs are starting to become more multicultural. But up until recently, like, your dad came around in the 1990s and they had no idea how to interact with him. That's crazy. That's crazy. You live in southeast Queensland and you basically live in the sea with how much water you get. Yeah, my best friend just moved to the Gold Coast. She's been living there for a few years now. And we were talking, like we were, because when it's like my birthday or her birthday, because we're both Pisces, I don't know. We're both we're being astrologers, guys. We're both Pisces, so she's at the beginning of Pisces and I'm at the end of Pisces. Like my birthday's the 19th of March and hers is like the 21st of February. But we always like have like a 4-hour chat on our birthdays, right? Because we just, you know, we'll just start talking and yada, yada, yada. But when she first moved up there, she was like, oh my God, Panda, they're so racist up here. Like she was telling me like they're just saying all this stuff about like the, you know, First Nations people, and don't walk through this park because all the, you know, using the ABO word, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And she was like, people talk, because my best friend's from Penrith, and she was like, people like talk so much shit about Penrith and it's so backwards and everything. And she's like, but people in Penrith are way more progressive than people in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Yeah, Catzilla, saying ABO is like saying the N-word with a hard R. It's like saying the N-word with a hard R. Would you say that, Hyperbovian? I would say calling somebody an ABO is like saying, it's like, I think it is. I really think it's the Australian equivalent of saying, yeah, it's definitely up there. So yeah, just you might think it's an abbreviation because Australians abbreviate everything, but don't abbreviate that word, guys. Just word to the wise, because you don't want to end up with like a fist in your mouth or something. It might not be good. So the words that have been politically correct, now the most politically correct thing to say is First Nations. But up until recently, where you said Indigenous, and you can say Aboriginal. Aboriginal is fine, but it's a little bit like Indigenous is more acceptable, and then First Nations seems to be, or depending on what part of Australia you're in. So you can say Murray, which is Queensland. So you can say, when you're talking about Indigenous Australians from Queensland, you can say Murray. When you're talking about Indigenous Australians from New South Wales and Victoria, you can say Koori. And then there's Noongar, I think, which is Western Australia. And I don't know, I should know this. I don't know which the ones Northern Territory and South Australia fall under. I should know that because I'm a social worker, but I don't. You use fella or sister or Koori. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it if like you're a tourist or something. Indigenous is a bit dodgy. That's what all the welfare materials and Department of Social Services and everything, all the literature said up until recently. Indigenous was always considered more politically correct than That's not what I'm asking about. Yeah, anyway. Why not native Australians? Because there was a time when Aboriginals were classified under the Fauna and Flora Acts of Australia. So calling them native when they used to be classified when Australia was first colonised as essentially being like, you know, part of the wildlife. It's just kind of not... Yeah, it's got a loaded history, which is like why. Yeah, but Hyperborean, can you find a link when they were literally called plants and animals? Yeah. Flora and fauna classification. Yeah, they were classified under the Flora and Fauna Acts, like legislatively. So that's why we don't use that. But Hyperborean, if you want to find a link that talks about the different terms that have been used for First Nation Australians, because it was Aboriginal and then it was Indigenous. So Indigenous is considered more politically correct than Aboriginal. But I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're not like going out of your way to be offensive, I think you're okay. You haven't played Contexto before? Yeah, so basically what we're doing, we're trying to guess a word in the English language and we don't know what word it is. So the closer we get, so the word we're looking for is number 1. So cat is closer than dog, right? Because cat is 2,092 and dog is 7,930. So we want to get to number 1. So we can go city, because we don't know what we're looking for, right? We're looking for anything. Okay, so city is 585. So city is getting closer to it. So we could try building. Okay, building isn't high, but city is. So what could we try? Park. Okay, park is 271. So let's try forest. Forest is 34. Okay, so we're maybe thinking something that's vegetable rather than, you know. The lower the number, the closer the answer is. Yeah. Tree. Okay, forest is closer than tree. So maybe we could try like mountain. Fauna. Oh, fauna's number 2. Good job. Good job, Carlo. I think you played this before. I think you're a secret veteran at this game. Flora? It was flora! No way, guys. Did we manifest Contexto into reality? We all put our attention towards it and we manifested it. Hashtag David Icke was right. We were just talking about it. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's kind of cool. All right, let's go again. Type a word. Cat as always. The best word. Contexto was listening. That's crazy. Mammal. I just put that. Mountain. Ooh, mountain's very high. Can we make some requests? These aren't my tunes. It's just playing a playlist I don't want. And unless I like... Because Spotify doesn't have any good playlists. If you, like, have one song that you like, it just plays whatever it wants next. But yeah, you can do a song request. Hello, Turtle Boy. What's up? I need to listen to the songs I like to train it. Duly noted, but it's a little bit finicky when I'm streaming, so... Because there was a playlist up and it wouldn't, like, play the song. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm technologically challenged, but I'm trying my best. It's hard when my brain doesn't work. Cliff or hill? Hill is quite up there. Hike? Scotland. Don't worry, guys. I'm gastronomically a genius. I am. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's eating food. What song is it even playing? How do I tell? Ooh, let's put on the song from The Crow. Hell yeah. Goth Girls Rise Up. How do we do it? I think that actually is the Crow soundtrack that I just clicked on. We'll find out. You're watching through the ad? You can still see and watch the stream? Yeah, I have no idea. Twitch definitely wants to try and get its money's worth, so yeah, I don't know. They like to stack on their ads. Alright. Hill is our highest word. Peak or summit? I tried summit, I'll try peak. Alright. Hill is definitely the highest. Rise? I mean, you try. Okay. Height, mountain, and hill are the highest. Hike, incline. That's a good word. Slope. This word doesn't count. Your mum doesn't count. How dare you? Look at Contexto being a snob, saying, oh, that word doesn't count. I already put hike? Yeah. I think I always put hike when I put mountain. I usually go like mountain, hike, forest, park. I don't know. You typically seems to put you closer to like where you want to go. Buddha Contexto. Yeah. Well, it's really interesting because it doesn't accept English, like British English spelling. It only accepts American English spelling. And then it wants to say, this word doesn't count. It's like, well, you don't even accept the legitimate spelling of words, sir. So I don't think you can just be out here doing whatever you want. Okay? We just spamming synonyms? Yeah, we basically are. Boudica? I don't think Contexto knows who Boudica is, but she was a badass Celtic queen that killed lots of Romans and had a chariot with spikes on it. Oh no, American English? Exactly, my mortal enemy. Look, I'm already... Yeah, because I have dyslexia, I always mix up words like cinnamon and synonym. Synonym? Anyway. We're spamming cinnamon donuts. Cinnamon donuts. See, I did it again. And then I end up doing like some weird combination of the two words. It's just, you know, it's a mess. It's a mess out here. Roll. Ooh, roll. Who here hasn't rolled down the hill at Parliament House? Has everyone here rolled down the hill at Parliament House when you were a kid? And you went to Parliament House for like with school? Only the Aussies, of course, will know going to Canberra and rolling down the hill. It's very liberating. I did it as an adult though, so not as cute, but I did it in like knee-high goth boots, knee-high platform goth boots. Just rolling down the hill. Whee! You're American? That's okay. You just spell words differently, that's all, you know. It's, you don't like the letter U. You like to You like to cut out the letter U for some reason, and I like to put it in. And Contexto doesn't like it when I spell things like the Australian or the British English way. You're a fake Australian from New Zealand? Oh, we love Kiwis. We love Kiwis around here. Kiwis are my favourite. Ask anyone how much I genuinely really like Kiwis. It's a real thing. Except when they say that they invented the pavlova and the flat white. Then I will fight them. But otherwise, I don't want to fight them, you know? Otherwise, we're cool. But just don't do that. You spell it colour and Docs keeps on correcting you, then you know how I feel, Pastel. You know how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel when I put a U in words. Or I put like an S, but it wants me to put a Z. And I'm like, no, I don't realise. I realise, you know? Because, yeah, it's hard enough. To be fair, Pavs have kiwi fruit. Yeah, and kiwi fruits are from China. Look at this, guys. Amazing. Where? Kiwi. Look. Fruits. From. Just you. Kiwi fruit originated in the Yangtze River Valley of northern China, where it was historically known as Macca something peach, or as Chinese gooseberry. There you go. There you go, guys. As usual, stolen valor from New Zealand. Tisk tisk. Oh, hello, Matt Brogan and anybody else on YouTube. Sorry I wasn't talking to you guys. I didn't see you. I had the wrong chat up. Look, I'm a bimbo and it's hard out here, you know. Yangtze. I think it's a Yangtze River. I don't know. I've heard it Yangtze. I don't know how you pronounce something like that. I've heard it pronounced in like documentaries before. But it wasn't Auckland or Wellington or Christchurch or, you know. Most notably, it didn't sound particularly Maori or like English, so. Yangtze is the way you've heard it? Yeah, look. I'm gonna butcher certain words. It's gonna happen. It's 3 a.m. You should probably go to sleep. Oh, good night, Planeswalker. Yangtze Ricer. Ooh. It sounds more Russian from that part of Europe. Yeah, maybe. I gotta sort out a playlist on Spotify. But either way, you're just happy to enjoy Pavs? Yeah. Well, the pavlova was named after a Russian ballerina. So the dish was, I believe it was created by an Australian chef to honor either a Russian opera singer or a Russian ballerina. But the wife of the Czech president or the Czech prime minister's surname is also Pavlova. And she donated a lot of money to a wombat sanctuary because I love wombats. They're my favorite animals along with tigers. And hang on, let me see if it was the prime minister or the president of the Czech Republic. Pavlova wombat. Yeah, it's the First Lady of the Czech Republic has officially opened a new wombat enclosure in Canberra. And her name is Eva Pavlova. I'm Czech, by the way. So that's why I follow these things. Alright, you just want me to pay for your stupid thing. I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you any money. Just give me the thing for free. Where's a free one? Anyway. You mind if I check you out? Yeah, you can if you want. All right, let's go back to the game. Anyway, Ava Pavlova, the first lady of the Czech Republic, she opened a wombat sanctuary in Canberra. So shout out to her. Maybe all Czech people just love wombats. But I have an over at the end of my surname as well. So it's a Czech thing. Typically, if you're a woman, you have OVA at the end of your name. So it's how it goes. And if you're a boy, you don't. Fascinating stuff. And apparently, the Czech Republic, Russia, and Slovakia are like the 3 Slavic countries that do that have like the very gendered surnames. So anyway, I don't know. Just a little cultural artifact, I guess. Have we done Cliff? Yeah, we have. We have indeed. Hill, mountain, canyon, grass. Mountain, hill. Mount? I don't know. Sounds a bit dodgy. Hill is the closest word, yeah. Can you request Crowded House or Florence and the Machine? Yeah, you can. I like both of those. See, there you go, Carlo. I don't know how... Oh, you're pretty... I'm assuming you're pretty young. You might not know. Do you know who Neil Finn is? Do you know Crowded House? Crowded House is Australian, but Neil Finn is from New Zealand. I don't know. Kiwis are cup if you say that they're Australian, but... I mean, they are. But they are. What should we do? You know, Crowded House, good stuff. I don't know what people know because I only really listen to old music, so yeah, I don't know. Just, you got older friends? Oh, sick. I love Crowded House. That's good shit. It's good shit. I love Neil Finn. He's like a little hobbit. He's like a little hobbit. I just want to pat him. Just want to pat his little head. Elevation? Oh yeah, we'll try that. Hang on, I gotta put in a tune for my boys. What song should I put on? Hard to know which song. Do we want one with harps? Do we want one with... Maybe You Got the Love. Everybody knows that song. This song's for the gays. If I have any gays in my audience. I feel like this song goes off at the gay club. At least it did last time I was there. Let's go round no matter what I do. You're not gay, but you enjoy this song? Yeah. It always makes me want to be on a moon, you know, suspended from the ceiling. I feel like I want to have that moment one day, you know, where I'm just like singing on a crescent moon. Maybe I'm going to do 50 push-ups. Hill, grass, green. Castle. Nice. Ooh. Can I spell? Panda Fitness Arc? Catzilla, I go to the gym like 3 times a week. You know what I'd be doing at the gym? I'd be doing hack squats, hip thrusts, chest press, rows, dead hangs. I've been dead hanging a lot lately and trying to make my spine super straight, you know? Just hanging there until my grip strength. Oh, and I've been doing abductors as well. Yeah. I have a lot of lean body, like, I have a lot of, like, muscle, I feel like. I'm eating my protein and I'm doing my weights, guys, okay? It's hard. It's hard for a little lupus girl out here in the world, okay? Everything hurts and I'm doing my best. I'm having my protein, drinking my calcium, and doing my weights. Sunset. I mean, not too shabby. I mean, we have it's not like we're limited by, we can literally guess, we could guess 500 times if we wanted to. It's basically you're only limited by your own like level of frustration, right? Because sometimes you get up to 200 guess and you're like, oh God, I don't even care anymore. Just tell me the word, you know? So basically we can just guess as many times as we want. Do I follow any fitness channels? I used to watch a lot of fitness channels, but I haven't watched any in years. Just when I was like trying to like learn, you know, just the fundamentals of like building muscle and how it worked and yada, yada, yada. And once you kind of know the basics, it's kind of, once you know the basic science of it, it's like, I don't know. They're kind of just regurgitating the same stuff, I feel like. Oh, this song is politically incorrect now. I'm gonna listen to it. How do I do it? I don't know. What did I do? Oh well, I'll just let it do what it wants to. Poppy or some flower? Oh yeah, poppies grow on a hill, typically. I can click the little play button in line with the song. I'll just listen to this one. Oh, this is another song from the Gays. Try Dale. Ooh. There was a girl at my high school called Dale. Strange lass. Strange lady. I don't think she ever spoke a word to me. I think I like saw her a few times like in the hallway or something and I'd be like, hey, and she'll just like look at me. You know when sometimes somebody just kind of looks at you and they just kind of like move their head up and down and like look at you and then like, I don't know, very weird. And like she wasn't like popular or like above me in the social hierarchy, so I don't know what her problem was. I guess she just hated goth chicks. What's close to hill? Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. That's why I tried like mound. I tried height. Height was quite high. So I'm like, does it want something that's like high? But then grass was higher. Cypress? Oh, oak is really high. It didn't put forest high, right? Oh, forest is high. I guess I didn't try forest. All right, I think it wants maybe a type of tree. Oak is high, hill is high, forest is high. Rainforest? Potentially. Think Minecraft. I don't know what that is, but I will try it. This remix is hurting my brain. Trunk. It doesn't like trunk. It likes green things. It seems to really like green things. Forest Hill Oak. You gotta get dinner. Okay, Catzilla. Hollow. Eucalyptus. I suppose it did have emu one time, didn't it? Oh my goodness. Owl. Ooh, I like it. The fern. The silver fern. All right, we'll try silver fern. Ooh, I gave you a 69. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. I will say that the All Blacks are one of the hottest rugby teams pretty much consistently. Pretty much consistently, there's definitely usually, you know, a decent amount of hotties on the All Blacks, I will say. I will say. I will give them that. And, you know, at the end of the day, when I want to watch some bloke-on-bloke action, I do like it when a few of them are hot. It does make the journey more enjoyable. So, you know, shout out to New Zealand. Nope. Some hotties and some uggos? Yeah, going at it. You had a crush on Dan Carter way back. Alright, are we gonna get this? Come on. Forest, hill, oak, mountain, willow. Tree, shrub. Did I try shrub? I swear I did. It's already guessed. Okay. Pine. Okay, oak is higher than pine. Mahogany? I'm going to spell this wrong, guys. Bear with me. Mahogany. Oh, I spelled it right. Your cousins play for NRL? Ooh. Do any of them play for the Parramatta Eels? Do they play first grade? Are they well, you said NRL, so I guess they play first grade. I'm a Parramatta Eels supporter, like a big one. A big one. All right, why is mahogany low? What about cherry? I'm thinking of all the woods that they use to smoke barbecue meat. Yum, 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 yum. I will say American barbecue is quite delicious. I'm a fan. Forest Hill Oak. Okay. Green leaf. Nah. One plays for Warriors, one used to play for Bulldogs, and one played for the Roosters. Oh, fair enough. This makes me feel like I'm into club, and I don't like it. I don't want to be in the club. This pound of blood, to keep things for myself. Your brain is struggling on connections here. I know it's really, really hard. Look, like if we don't get it soon, we can just call it in. I'm not ashamed to be a quitter, guys. So sometimes in life you just need to walk away. Ooh! Ridge. Okay. Okay. Forest, ridge, mountain, alpine. The ground. It's always darkest before the dawn. Plateau. How do you spell plateau? It's something like this, right? Oh, I spelled it right! Look at me go! I'm so proud of myself. Rock formation? We can't have rock formation. It doesn't accept composite words. Whenever you try and like have something that's like, yeah, it spits it out. It's very deranged in what it will and won't accept. Glacier. Ooh. Rock and then formation? Yeah, we'll try that. I think I've tried rock though. Range. Wood? Evergreen? What's that word? Deciduous? Deciduous? I don't know. Ooh, maybe autumn. Why is everyone laughing at me? I'm trying to think of what the trees are, the ones that lose their leaves and the ones that don't lose their leaves. Isn't one of those called deciduous? We made the same joke. Oh, about Pokemon. Okay, guys. Alright, guys. I only know some of the Pokemons. I don't know all of them. Doing my best. Oh, dear. Are we ever gonna get there? I don't know if we ever will. It's so hard. Help me, I'm dumb. Ridge. Tree. Forest. Canopy? Oh, I thought it was gonna be canopy. Can we try honey? Yeah, why not? Just try everything that's in the goddamn forest, guys. Bear? I feel like it's gonna like not be an animal because everything that's like ranked super highly is like Waterfall? Oh. Bird. Foliage? Oh, because I spelt it wrong. Stop shaming me. Stop shaming me, Mr. Person. Flora again? Yeah, that would be funny as. Nah. Yeah, it's dyslexia shaming me, and everybody knows dyslexia makes you sexier, okay? Everybody knows that. And quite frankly, I've had enough. Bluff? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know enough, like, geological, like, terms for cliffs and stuff. I need to play more Magic the Gathering. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience for it because I would just rage quit, guys. You have no idea. I'm like, you didn't tell me you could do that. And I get mad. Edge. All right. Acorn. Nice. Berry. Are we ever gonna get there? Steps? I mean, it will probably count step and steps as the same word because it's pretty anal about that. Point. I already tried point. Has everybody been to Echo Point, like where the Three Sisters is? I used to smoke weed there when I was in high school because my friend used to live right near there. True story. And then we were running through Katoomba Caravan Park after it rained trying to find mushies. I don't know. It was a whole thing. A real question, is a banana a berry? I believe it is. Pandadorra. Yeah. I was a delinquent child. And my childhood was like in Western Sydney in Granville, but then when I was like started high school, so year 7, my family moved to the Blue Mountains, and there was like fuck all to do but like go get wasted in the bush. So there was like a lot of bush stuffs, and like going to Penrith was like going, you know, was like a trek. You like a good 50 minutes on the train to get to Penrith. Western Sydney, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. And then it was like 2 hours to getting into Sydney. But we still used to do that. We used to do that to go like record shopping and stuff like that. Used to go to Newtown. I used to go to Newtown when I was a teenager because I was a goth. And so I'd like hang out there. And I didn't know that Camperdown Memorial Park was like built on top of a graveyard. And I think I've told everybody, like, I hooked up with like my first boyfriend like on top of dead bodies then. But then again, that's pretty goth. That's pretty like Wuthering Heights. But not Margot Robbie style, you know. Little Miss Shelley, yeah. You haven't seen the new movie? Oh, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. I actually liked the one with, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Freaking the hot guy from, Peaky Blinders and a bunch of movies. What's his fucking name? It's evading me. Anyway, one of the more recent-ish adaptations, because I covered the second half of the book, which, like, is the best part of the book. Try lookout. But yeah, like as a goth girl, like yeah, I just think it's like sacrilegious to do that. The point that like there's no sex in the book is like, yeah, it's about like unrealized, like destructive, obsessive love, right? That just destroys everything. That's like what the book's about. And everybody in the book is horrible and irredeemable, right? Until like the next generation anyway. So it's just everybody in the book's awful, and that's the point. Nobody's like getting it on. Cillian Murphy? No, not Cillian Murphy. I think it's... I want to say this. Yeah, it is Tom Hardy. I thought I was going to get him mixed up with Ed Harvey, the early 2000s, like, horrible clothes. It is Tom Hardy. But because I always get those mixed up, and I knew I had a 50% chance of saying the wrong one. Yeah, there's one with Tom Hardy in it, and there's also one with the chick from Skins in it that was also okay as well. The chick that played Effie in Skins, there's another one with her in it, and that one was also acceptable. And then there's like a black and white one, which was also kind of good. I don't even remember, but kind of saw all of them. Baking stream? Yeah, I'll do a baking stream. I'm actually really, really good at cooking. It's one of the few talents that I have. Who wants to just give up? Yeah, let's give up. We'll get a hint first. Creek. Stream. No. Creek, stream, ravine. Creek. Fjord. Ooh, very Scandinavian. River. Creek, river, stream, maybe spring? No. All right, we'll try 3 more times and then we're just going to give up erosion. Mountain spring? I tried... Ooh, brook. Yeah, I tried spring. It didn't rank very high. A babbling brook and a creek. What else? What else do you call it? We might as well try Nile then. Golf. Are we gonna give up? Are we giving up, guys? Sure, let's give up. I'm a quitter, guys. Yes, I want to give up. It was meadow! The word was meadow. There you go. Well, probably never gonna... Oh my god, we're only up to rattle. Jesus Christ, what a long stream. Alright. How? Yeah, I don't know. Contexto's on crack, man. They just do whatever they want. That algorithm, that AI, it's just doing whatever it wants. As long as it hurries up and takes all our jobs, you know, then I'm happy. Okay, we're going from dock to jump. We're looking for something with 4 letters and an apostrophe and 1 letter. What's the 4-1? I assume it's 4 letters, apostrophe 1. I assume it like to plural something or ownership something. Ownership something, typically, right? All right, so we're looking for something with 5 letters, I guess, and it's a contraction. Wait, an apostrophe means it's a contraction, right? Yeah. All right. Trying to remember primary school. It's hard. You're 5'9". I'm 5'4". I'm short. I'm short and angry. I'm short and feisty. All right, so we don't know what clue we're answering. Does that make sense? So we just read all of them till we can think of something. Doc, something. Something doc, a playground activity. Something doc, something you might, something on a playground. Doc, something to something. What's up, doc? It's what's up. It's Bugs Bunny. All right. What's something. Something what's a playground activity. Something what's something you might, something on a playground. What's something. Change one letter in what's to get a parting word. Change the A in what's to a long O to get a piece of climbing gear. Drop every other letter of what's to get a verb. One above a what's. Reverse what's to get a musical style. Reverse what's to get a tool. Whoa. Was something. Something was a playground activity. Something was something you might, something on a playground. Was something to something. Change one letter in was to get a parting word. Change the A in was to a long O to get a piece of climbing gear. One above a was. Reverse was to get a musical style. Reverse was, oh, saw. To get a tool, a saw. Yeah. Saw. Oh, seesaw, a playground activity. See something. Something see, a playground activity. See something to something. Change one letter in C to get a parting word. Change the A in C to a long, well, there's no A. One above a C. Reverse C to get a musical style. C to C. Nope. But yeah. Like the sailor, a sailor went to CCC to see what he could see, but all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue CCC. Did you know that a lot of kids are getting to like age 5 and being nonverbal, not because they have like any developmental disorder, but because their parents just like don't really interact with them, and they just, apparently there's a lot of cartoons where the characters don't talk, they just make sounds and mumbles and stuff. So you've got these like 5-year-old frustrated children that can't communicate their needs and wants. There's nothing like developmentally wrong with them, and so they're acting out and getting violent, and the parents want them diagnosed with like, you know, perhaps like on the spectrum or something like that, and like psychologists and neurologists and stuff are having to turn around and go like, no, this is like basically the result of neglect, right? Like you're having these children and you're not hello, I remember you. Welcome back. Socks are just boneless shoes. I mean, that's kind of true. They kind of are. Do you think other countries have essays or just Australia? Does New Zealand have essays? I feel like New Zealand would have essays. Chavs? Oh yeah, chavs are kind of like essays. Am I a left or right sock kind of person? I'm an odd sock kind of person because I just chuck all my washing in. I like don't sort my washing. I just chuck everything in, and then I just kind of have a floor where like I have a pile of clean washing and a pile of dirty washing. And then when like I need to wear shoes that I have to wear socks with, I'll like I'll like just find any two socks. I'm like, whatever. And so very rarely am I wearing matching underwear or matching socks. Like if my bra and undies match, like I must really be going to visit somebody that I like a lot, because that doesn't happen. You forget what you call them, but it's not eshays? Ah. Yeah, is pig Latin like an Australian thing? I had so many eshays at my high school. So many eshays. But I suppose it is like the phenomenon originated in Western Sydney. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Unprompted panties chat. Well, look, everybody has to wear underwear, okay? Especially if you're wearing a skirt. Always remember to wear underwear if you're wearing a skirt, because let me tell you, if the wind picks up and you don't want to be caught. You don't want to be caught on Katoomba Street with no knickers on if the wind, you know, picks up. Because I've seen a hippie woman get caught in that situation. You know, like those really long hippie skirts? Yeah, old love was wearing one of those on like a really, if you know how windy it gets in the Blue Mountains in August, oof. Yeah, her skirt was like up around her head. Oh, it wasn't even a Marilyn Monroe moment. Like she couldn't see, like her skirt was over her head, like it fully was like a sail, and like lifted up like see eye to eye. Oh, I sailor captain. No, something a playground activity. I spy. No, change one letter in I. Oh, bye something. Birdie? I think bye bye birdie's a thing. I think it's like a musical or something, right? Something birdie, a playground activity. Change the A in birdie to a long O to get a piece of climbing gear. One above a birdie. Oh, does anyone play golf? I think birdie's in golf, right? I need to get a rich boyfriend that plays like golf for like their business deals. And I'll pretend that I care. Something par, a playground activity. Change the A in par to a long O to get a piece of climbing gear. Oh, rap is a music style. Rope. Rope is a climbing thing, right? Yeah. Something rope, jump rope is a playground activity. Look, guys, we did it! Look at us, we're so smart. We are the smartest people in the whole wide world. Alright, it's Food Guesser, the game where we try and guess which country this cuisine originates from. Let's go. Ooh. Cow's milk, rennet, salt, smoke, cheese milk, or goat's milk. Okay, so it's a cheese. This dish is a flavorful delicacy known for its distinct smoky aroma and rich creamy texture, made from cow's, sheep's, or goat's milk. That really narrows it down. Basically, if it lactates, we'll make a cheese out of it, guys. It undergoes a unique smoking process that imparts subtle yet tantalizing smokiness, often enjoyed as a table cheese or melted in various dishes. Its versatility makes it a favorite for pairing with breads, fruits, and wines, offering a delightful culinary experience. Dutch Gouda, ooh. Netherlands. Do you want to hear an embarrassing but cute story? So, when I was little, I thought that Captain Hook from Peter Pan and Captain Cook, as in like Captain James Cook of like the Endeavour, were the same person. So I thought that I was like 4. I was like 3 or 4. I was asking my dad if, like, the stuff with Peter Pan happened before or after Captain Hook discovered Australia and he lost his shit. And he was like, no. This, like, the pirate guy is made up and Captain Cook and Hook. And I was like, oh. You thought Hook was based on Cook when you were a kid? Okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay, well, their names sound the same to you if you're a kid, right? And they both have, like, tall ships, okay? They both are dudes on tall ships. Look, I don't know if, like, where he lost his hand and was, like, fighting flying children and Tiger Lily and such, you know? Before PG. Well, before he got eaten in Hawaii. Anyway, I totally thought that Captain James Hook and Captain Hook from Peter Pan were the same person. And you know, the guy that circumnavigated Australia also was involved with some shenanigans with a clock and a crocodile and Princess Tiger Lily and the Lost Boys and, you know, all of that. I thought, oh, same dude. Very, very interesting life he led, you know. I too thought I could have such adventures, but turns out not the same person. To be honest, kids have no idea what's real. Yeah. Well, I still like to believe that there's like some magic in the world. Like I still like to think that, like, you know, there's fairies or like, you know, I like that. Yuji, welcome Yuji on YouTube. I've never heard such a name before. I've never met such a young man in all my years. Where are we going? I'm going south? East. Kind of reminds you of panna cotta, but weirdly described. I don't think panna cotta is smoky, is it? I've only had it as a dessert though, so... Let's try Poland just cause. Poland is hot. It's called something smoked cheese. Okay, we're going west of Poland, south. Sing along. Each drag a breath came back from the dead. Bosnia? Ooh, possibly. Ooh, it's Bosnia! Good job! Mung beans. Oh, it's got kimchi. It's Korean. Mung beans, water, kimchi, pork, green onions, garlic, salt, pepper, soybean sprouts, zucchini, onions, sesame oil, and soy sauce. To make this dish, soak mung beans and rice, blend them into a batter with water. Add chopped kimchi, green onions, ground pork, and mung bean sprouts. Season with salt, garlic, and sesame oil. Mix thoroughly. Heat a pan with oil. Spoon batter into rounds and fry until golden brown on both sides. Serve with hot dipping sauce. Flour, sugar, yeast. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to Korea this year. Yay! It's like I'm going to be like inside a K-drama. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And also Japan, but you know, it's all good. Flour, sugar, yeast, milk, butter, eggs, currants, raisins, mixed spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, orange zest, icing sugar, and apricot jam. Oh, this looks like a hot cross bun. I want to say Australia. A hot cross bun's Aussie? Favorite K-drama actor? Hansoi. She's my favorite. This lady. Also, my housemate said that I look like her, but I'm white, so. He also said I look like Danny from New Jeans, so I don't know. I kind of do have a similar face shape, though, maybe. She's my favorite. She got all her tattoos removed, though. She's the bad girl. She's the bad girl of K-dramas because she smokes cigarettes and has tattoos. Yeah, I love her. She's so pretty. Oops, wrong thing. What am I doing? One day I'll learn how to run my own streams, but it's a hot cross bun, so where is it? Where are they from? Because I feel like hot cross buns are Australian, right? I look like a Slavic version of her. Well, I will say this. I wanted to dye my hair black and get a fringe when I was in high school, right? I already have like very dark brown hair and I wanted to dye my hair black because my mum and my sister both have black hair, right? And I wanted to dye my hair black and get a fringe. And my mum said to me, don't get a fringe because you'll look Asian. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she goes, I got a fringe when I was in my 20s and I looked Asian. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So she gets out a photo album and she shows me photos of her. It's my mum, but she fully looks like a Japanese lady. She like somehow just getting a fringe was enough to make like the Slavic features look incredibly Asian, right? Like incredibly Asian. And I was like, whoa. Like, I think there's like a lot of the difference between Slav and Asian is like, because they both got like roundish faces and like high cheekbones. So I think like a lot of the time the main differences are like there's some skeletal differences, but I have really almond eyes as well. But like I have really pale white skin and green eyes and like dark brown hair. But if you change like the coloring, I think like hot cross buns are from London, like Roman Britain. Oh, Londinium. Oh, we were talking about Boudica before. That's like, but yeah, that's back in the Celtic days. The occupation of Britain by the Romans. Ooh. Oh, all of like Roman London, Londinium is like still under. Like they were always like excavating Roman stuff. And in some buildings like in London, they've got a glass floor and you can see all the Roman like temples and stuff under there. Anyway, we'll try United Kingdom. Correct. Hot cross buns. Well, to me, they'll always be Australian. Also, you got to complain about Coles and Woolly. They put them out on Boxing Day. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Yeah, they did go really early. Ooh. Would we eat Bosnian smoked cheese? Yeah, probably would. Would I eat binde tok? Yes. Yum. Would I eat a hot cross bun? Yes, I would eat a whole packet, actually. Relevant short? Hang on. How's my spice tolerance? I eat a lot of spicy food. I have a stomach ulcer at the moment, though. I have tried Woolies mud cake. I haven't tried the mud cake hot cross buns. I was taken out of context by myself. But I'm building my spice tolerance back up. Like I had some shin ramen last night before I went to bed. Obviously shin ramen's not spicy, but because I had a stomach ulcer, it would hurt my stomach every time I ate it. Shortception? Yeah. Damn straight. All right. Food guesser. Quick play. Corn, kidney beans, onion, tomato, green pepper, salt, oil. Optional potatoes, carrots, peas, spices such as curry powder. This dish is a wholesome traditional blend of boiled maize and kidney beans. It's typically seasoned with salt and can be enhanced with ingredients like potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and various local vegetables or spices for added flavor. Often enjoyed as both a main meal and a side dish, it is nutritious and filling. It is a nutritious and filling option that reflects a rich cultural heritage. Do I like Ice House? I won't turn it off if it's on, but I won't like seek it out. I really like a lot of 80s music, like a lot. But yeah. For like Australian bands from that time period, I really like The Church. But yeah. Just, you know. Just like goth girl stuff, you know? Okay, corn, kidney beans. This is giving like very Central or South America, I feel like. So I'm going to try Mexico. Okay, ice cold. Oh, spices such as curry powder. I didn't even look at that. I need to think more. I just saw corn and beans and I was like, those are both things from the Americas. But there's another band called Churches. Oh yeah, they did a song with Robert Smith called How to Drown or something like that. This isn't it, when you drown. Anyway, yeah. So hang on, where is that song? Can't think of what it's called. How Not to Drown. It's called How Not to Drown, and I said it's called How to Drown. Yeah. Anyway, there's that song, and then there's with Robert Smith from The Cure, and then there's The Church, which probably Under the Milky Way is the most popular one. Because it has a little bagpipe solo, which, you know, we're not against. Yeah, we'll compare the pair. Lead you here despite your destination. Alright, well, I'm going to try the United Kingdom because it's got curry powder and a cold. With the light, I have this fascination under the Milky Way tonight. Turn down Memphis, the curtain down. Italy. A confrontation under the Milky Way tonight. I knew what you were looking for. Hey, Noji. It could be Africa, dude. It could be literally anywhere. Should we try Argentina? Nigeria. Kenya! Well, you were close. You were the closest, Carlo. Good job. We stuffed that one up. You what you were looking for. You will find. Do you know what I like? I like a nice, like, bagpipe or, like... You know what songs don't have anymore is saxophone solos? Like, The Cure have a saxophone solo in A Night Like This, and it's really good. And, like, yeah, I don't know. Bring back the sax, baby. That's what I say. Bring back the bagpipes. It's fucking sick. All right, we got chickpeas, cucumbers, tomatoes, red onions, feta cheese, parsley, olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper. I think this is going to be Mediterranean, but maybe like Lebanese Mediterranean. The dish is made by combining cooked chickpeas with chopped vegetables like cucumber, tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers, fresh parsley, lemon juice, olive oil, salt and pepper. It feels very Lebanese-ish, but I haven't had it. But I think... I don't know, it's giving Lebanon to me. Jordan, Palestine, Israel, Syria, and Lebanon. See, sometimes when you're from Granville, you can just tell when something's from Lebanon, you know? Flour, sugar, eggs, butter, lemon juice, lemon zest, baking powder, milk, vanilla extract, almond extract, and salt. You think you've eaten this? Ooh, help us. This dish is a delightful pastry featuring a buttery, flaky crust with zesty lemon curd. The tartness of the lemon is perfectly balanced by the sweetness of the pastry, creating a harmonious blend of flavors, often dusted with powdered sugar or adorned with delicate lemon zest. It offers a refreshing and indulgent taste experience, making it a perfect treat for dessert lovers. Could this be Aussie? I feel just like the presentation on like a piece of paper towel is like very Australian. It has all the characteristics of a Portuguese tart, but it doesn't look like one. This dish is a delightful pastry featuring a buttery, flaky crust filled with zesty lemon curd. The tartness of the lemon is balanced perfectly by the sweetness of the pastry, creating a harmonious blend of flavors, often dusted with powdered sugar or adorned with delicate lemon zest. It offers a refreshing, indulgent taste experience, making it a perfect treat for dessert lovers. Is this just a burnt lemon tart? Yeah, maybe. Don't die, please. Yeah, I don't know. My throat's always irritated and I'm always coughing. My voice is always on the verge of breaking up. I don't know. I think it's a lupus thing. Like, I know people, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about Selena Gomez on the internet because her voice has changed. But I never used to have, like, this, like, harsh huskiness element to my voice. And my voice never used to crack up. But it does all the time now. And I think it is inflammation or something in the vocal cords. Or, like, I think it is something lupus related. Because I do have, like, a lot of, like, larynx pain, I guess you would call it. It looks like something from France. Tarte au citron. Okay, we'll try France. Ooh la la, fancy, fancy. Oh, you're so smart, Catzilla. Yay. Look at what we did. Ooh. All-purpose flour, sugar, butter, eggs, baking powder, vanilla extract, orange zest, milk, orange juice, sesame seeds, and anise seeds. Okay, so it's a licoricey. This dish is a type of butter-based pastry that is mildly sweet and often enjoyed during festive occasions. It features a distinct twisted or braided shape with a slightly crisp exterior and a tender interior, infused with vanilla, orange zest, or anise. It's commonly topped with sesame seeds or brushed with egg wash for a golden finish. Traditionally served with coffee or tea, it's a delightful treat. It's the cool S. Hang on, I thought of a song I want to listen to because summer's over in a few days, guys. Summer is over in a few days. I'll listen to this song. It's a B-side from Machina, The Machines of God. The 2000 Smashing Pumpkin album. Thank you. Am I a loser that knows everything about the Smashing Pumpkins? Yes, yes, I am. What's it called? Speed Kills, I think. Yeah. I hope this is the right version. This should be the one from whichever single it was on. Yeah, I think that's it. Is this the right version? I think there's a few versions. This might be not. I don't know. I haven't listened to this in a long time. Crank it up. Is that how I crank it? Do I crank it like this? Yeah, let's try Greek because it's got like a licorice flavor in it. But beauty knows your name. I turned it up anyway. I don't know if that's good for you guys. Greek isn't a country. Greece is a country, Panda. Oh, yay! You love Queensland? You just survived the November floods? Yeah. Well, that's why Queenslanders are built on stilts, right? Because you guys flood all the time. As rose of summer. See? It's a song about the last rose of summer. Am I the last rose of summer? Yes, I am. If I don't love myself, who will love me? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 19 minutes. I know. I'm going to get an award. I'm going to get an award for being the goodest girl. Salmon, salt, sugar, dill, and white peppercorns. All right, this is giving Scandinavia. I'm going to try Norway. Finland, Sweden, and Norway. Final score. Well, apparently we suck. Would we eat some Kenyan beans? Sure. Would I eat chickpea salad? Yes. Would I eat this? Yes. Would I eat this? Yeah, sure, why not? Would I eat salmon? Yes. It looks like some pork. Last rose of summer is gone. Again. Ooh, fish slices, rice, vermicelli, mozzarella. No, it doesn't have mozzarella. I was just saying that. Ginger, garlic, fish broth, milk, tomatoes, fried shallots, spring onions, lettuce, Chinese cooking wine, sesame oil, white pepper, salt, soy sauce, and tofu. This dish is a light, comforting soup featuring vermicelli noodles and a savory fish broth. Made with fresh fish slices, the soup often includes vegetables such as lettuce or spinach, tomatoes for a hint of tanginess, and ginger for warmth. The broth may be enhanced with evaporated milk, delivering a creamy texture. It is typically garnished with fried shallots and chopped spring onions for added flavor. It's giving Vietnam, honestly. Well, Vietnam is warm. Yeah, I thought it was Vietnam. Sometimes they like to just chuck a tomato in there, you know? They're like, oh, let's spice it up with some tomato. And lettuce in the soup, yeah. Like how people in China will cook lettuce, like they'll just boil some lettuce and you're like, sure, why not? Like when I was first introduced to like the concept of warm lettuce, I was like, what the flip? And then I was like, actually, it's not too bad. Because like in like traditional Chinese medicine, right, you don't really want to eat anything that's cold because it's like bad for your health. Like I go through periods where I'll just like drink warm water. But it's good for your digestion, I guess. But yeah. That's what they be doing. They don't want to eat the cold lettuce, you know? It's bad for your chi or your chi? Yeah, it's bad for your chi. I don't know. Something like that. It's blocking your meridians. You like cold lettuce? This is the song I've been singing my whole life. The cabbages you'll eat hot. Yeah, well, just think of it as a cabbage. A very watery cabbage. It borders Thailand. So let's try Myanmar. Malaysia and Singapore. Catzilla, you didn't help us. You didn't help us and we died. Look, we died. We got a bad score. You should know that one, Catzilla. It's like if I didn't know Vegemite. It's like if I didn't recognize a 4 and 20 meat pie. A servo meat pie. I was like, what is this? I've never seen it before. Bread, ham, linguiça, fresh sausage, steak, cheese, beer, tomato, white wine, onions, garlic, olive oil, butter, flour, chicken salt, piri piri sauce. I think that's peri peri sauce, but spelled differently. Cognac and bay leaf. Well, cognac is French. We got some things I haven't seen before, but maybe it's Portuguese. Okay, so it was peri peri, but it was spelt in a way that it wasn't spelt the Nando's way. Nando's, innit? Innit, bruv? Having a cheeky Nando's. Just having a cheeky Nando's with the boys, innit, gov? Isn't it, bruv? Nah. Cheeky burgers. Indeed. What? Sometimes a Cockney person takes over my body, you know? That's not food, you're sorry? It is dried plantains with oil, salt, pepper, and spices. We always forget where this is from. This dish is a delightful snack made from thinly sliced ripe plantains that are deep fried to achieve a crispy texture. The plantain slices are seasoned with a touch of salt, creating a balance of sweet and savory flavors. Often enjoyed on their own or a side, this dish is popular as a convenient and tasty treat, ideal for snacking or complementing a variety of meals. Ghana? Oh yeah, it was somewhere like that, right? Ghana is warm. The Philippines. No, Ghana's warm. Ghana is warm. Nigeria? I don't know. Oh, I mocked myself, but I was correct. This feels like it might be from your neck of the wood. What is this song? No, I don't want this. Don't tell me what to do. I just want to listen to B-sides from the year 2000, okay? And you're not my mum, and you can't tell me what to do. Shut up. Glutinous rice, coconut milk, salt, pandan leaves, banana leaves, sugar, and grated coconut. This dish is a traditional treat made from glutinous rice that is steamed with coconut milk until soft and fragrant. Wrapped in Duan Nuric leaves, it holds a distinctive cylindrical shape. Commonly enjoyed during special occasions, this dish pairs beautifully with side dishes such as rendang or sambal. Ooh, maybe it's from Malaysia! Or Indonesia. But my dad always goes to a Malaysian restaurant when he wants his beef rendang. Malaysia. Malaysia and Brunei. There you go. Thank you. Thank you to my dad for being obsessed with rendang. I had to walk around all of Melbourne with my dad when we were drunk off our brains trying to find a place to get rendang. And then we found a place called like Little Malaysia in Chinatown and we went there. Rare Brunei mention. Hell yeah. Lamb, olive oil, garlic, rosemary, sage, white wine, vinegar, anchovy, salt, pepper, lemon, and bay leaves. I feel like this is going to be Greek or Turkish, but probably Greek. This dish features tender young lamb that is typically marinated in a mixture of olive oil, garlic, rosemary, and white wine. Often roasted or stewed, it develops a rich, savory flavor with a hint of acidity from the wine. The lamb is commonly accompanied by herbs and sometimes vegetables, creating a comforting and flavorful meal. Its succulent texture and aromatic seasoning make it a beloved culinary tradition. Holy protein? Yeah, I love lamb. It's so good. Greece is hot. Maybe Turkey. Maybe North Macedonia. Alright, I'm gonna stop guessing. I'm gonna stop guessing because I'm making a mess out of it. Could even be Spain or Italy. Not North Korea. That would be funny. It would be funny if it was North Korea. Like old mate Kim Jong-un just sort of lets them chow down on lamb. He's like, let them eat, instead of like, he has his Mary Antoinette moment. He's like, let's spend the country's GDP on letting everybody eat lamb for the day. You know? He's like, let them eat lamb. And they ate lamb. Yeah, I would try Italy. It does have anchovies and olive oil. Ooh, final score. Super foodie. What should we do? Should we play again or should we do World Guesser? Or should I go to bed? I don't know. Our options are endless. What shall we do? $25 billion worth of lamb? Your choice. My voice is kind of sore. But I am going to work my way. I'm going to start trying to aim for 3 hours streams. And then 4-hour streams. And then hopefully I will get more viewers. How am I feeling? Like my throat is sore. You know what I'm going to have to do? I think I'm going to have to get like a thermos of hot tea so I can just have hot tea going. Kinda hard golf. I don't know how to play golf, dude. What do you think this is? I think this is Southeast Asia. It's feeling hot and humid, baby. It's feeling like the air is thick. I think the air is a thick boy. Can I raid that person? Yeah, I can raid that person at the end of the stream. Of course I can, Catzilla. Anything for you. Yeah, it's definitely Southeast Asia. Whether it's probably Thailand? We haven't seen a flag yet. Indonesia or Thailand? I don't think it's Indonesia because I just saw. But it might be. Looks more. What are we looking at? You gonna let me read the signs, Mr. Poohhead? Hey. Why is it blocking it? That's very rude. Alright, well. Just being rude to me. Yeah, I think it's Thailand. It's Sri Lanka! Shit. I saw a Buddha. I always think of Sri Lanka as being like Buddhist, right? Got baited by the language? Well, yeah. See, I used to know the difference between how Thai and Sri Lanka, like Hindi and stuff looked, and I don't anymore because I haven't played this game in so long. I just stopped playing it. At one stage, I was like getting like 40 country streaks and stuff. I think the highest I had was like a 67 country streak. 67. Hello, everybody. I was born in the 2000s. I'm a Generation Z. 67, bruh. Sorry. Sorry. That's my impersonation of... I'm so mean. Sorry, kids. I'm a meanie. You can read moon runes? Ooh. That's from WoW, right? No 6-7 emote? No, I don't encourage that behavior. Away. Every light that shine it down. Venti. Hello, Sventi. Sventi. Come back to me, Sven. You're my Sventi. I love you. Let me brush your hairs. Yeah, Strad Necre... I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably Germanic. Is it somewhere in Germany? Yeah, either that or like Scandinavia. Or Austria. Netherlands. It could be the Netherlands. Oh, we got a sign, boys and girls. Probably, I assume. Ostrova. This isn't Moravia, is it? I'm so confused. I'm confused. Romania? I don't know. Ostrava could be in Moravia. Lithuania? Oh, David Bowie sang this song with Placebo. It's cute. Do you know who I miss? I miss David Bowie. I cried when David Bowie died. I was like, oh, that's right in my childhood. I think we're in Nihon. Nihon. Oh yeah, kawaii desu. Kawaii desu. Oh. Meow, meow, meow. I don't know what's wrong with me. If the text... See, I can read Korean, Catzilla. I can actually read Korean. So, I can sound it out. Power of speech, you slip it slowly from my reach. You grow me like an evergreen you never seen. Back through the tunnel. Ooh, let's get spirited away, guys. Do you reckon we're going to get spirited away? It says Tamare on the ground. Do you know where that is? It means stop? Oh. Well, I don't know. Well, let's just go somewhere on Honshu, I guess. Like, I think that's got the most people, right? Boom, 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 boom. Let's full screen the game. Good plan. You could use a dip in an onsen. Ooh, I'm gonna go in an onsen. Ricochet, guess where I'm gonna go in May? I'm gonna go in an onsen. Ooh. This looks like the UK. But where? Montgomery Gardens, darling. Upload video? Oh yeah, I could wear a mask. I've seen VTubers like a live stream before and they just wear like their COVID mask. I just look like a Mortal Kombat character while ooh, Bushy Hill. Oh no, we've got to pass through Sweaty Betty's bush. Breadland Street? I know, it sounds delicious. Westbur. Violet Grohl, is that David Grohl's daughter? Did she get nepoed a career? Did she seriously get nepoed a career? Dude, get fucked. Get fucking fucked. Nah, rage quitting listening to music. Fuck, I hate people like that. Sorry, that fucking annoys me. Cause you know, there's not any talented musicians out there. Clearly, why is that up on the screen? How do I... It's not on my screen. How do I get rid of... Don't know what I did. Remember sources? I just put him away. Joseph? Yeah. Hello, Joseph. We all know the fastest way to travel is through Sweaty Betty's bush. There's this girl that does like sexual parodies of like Harry Potter. And she's like, oh no. Oh no, Harry. I don't know. It's very stupid. He wouldn't be the one you love. He wouldn't stand inside your love. Aw, so kawaii. Sweaty Betty's bush. Travel the world. Mazda. Ooh. Ooh, Voxel. That's just Holden. Well, I guess there's no Holden anymore. What's my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album? I really like Siamese Dream. I have a Siamese Dream. Driving on the left. Yeah, we're in the UK. That's why it says Voxel, baby. That's what they call Chevy / Holden / Manchester. All right, let's try Manchester. It looks south to me. It looks like Kent or something to me, but I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go. It was Kent. It was Kent. It was Canterbury. I thought it looked like Kent. I've been there. I've been there, unfortunately. Not a fan. 2 out of 10, don't recommend. I can really understand why all the British people come here, but it's like, we don't want you here. We don't want you making our country like England. Jumbo. Hell yeah. I too like to jumbo. Let's party. Let's make party, yeah. Ooh. Uronic. I too am uronic, baby. Let's try Ukraine. Maybe it's Greece. Greece lightning. Polish? It's not Poland. It's not Poland because Polish looks like Czech. Like, if I see Polish, it looks so similar to Czech, but it's not Czech. So I'm like, it's Poland. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can tell. Winter of cheap tents. Winter of discontents. Get it? Discount tents. It's Greek. It isn't quite Greek. So maybe Belarus. Yeah. Maybe it's like Bulgaria? Looks Slavic. It looks Greek. It doesn't look Slavic. It looks Greek, I think. I think it's Greece. You know what? I'm gonna try Greece, but I think it might be Bulgaria. Yeah, it was Greece. It was Greece, guys. It was Greece. You know what? I've only got 15 minutes to all call roads lead to Greek. Yeah, Greece until they led to Rome. They used to lead to Greece and then they led to Rome and then they led to, I don't know, other places. All right. You know what? We're getting close to a 3-hour stream. We're going to do it, I reckon. Ooh. Thailand, baby. More like Thailand. Hell yeah, brother. Oh no, the mirror's full of rust. Is this perhaps Turkey? Let's drive down the road and see if we see a Turkish flag, because if it's Turkey, guess what we'll see? This is definitely Turkey, dude. This is definitely Turkey. Oh no, he's got a splinter in his finger. Is this David Bowie? It sounds like David Bowie. I don't know what I did to the... I don't know what I did to the... This sounds like David Bowie. If it's not David Bowie, it's a David Bowie impersonator. Turkey, yeah. Cluck, 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 cluck. Whereabouts in Turkey are we going? I don't know. This is my favorite place in Turkey right here. Ooh. I like all the cats. I like to go to Kalichi and play with all the cats. Ooh, so scenic. I don't want to listen to this song, but I can't find where I put Spotify. No. That's okay. Literally the furthest away you I could guess. Sorry, I'm not smart. The only filter song I like is that you wanna take my picture, 'cause I won't remember. Why do I like that song? I don't know. I just do. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Stop assuming what music that I like because you're not correct and you need to go to jail. Anyway, if Violet Grohl is Dave Grohl's daughter and she got nepoed a music career, dude, I'm gonna be mad. That makes me mad. Because there's definitely not people that are more musically talented than Dave Grohl's daughter. Surely she was the most deserving of a musical career. What's my favorite band? The Smashing Pumpkins. Number one favorite. And the second favorite is The Cure, but like a depressing Cure. Like my favorite albums are like Disintegration and Pornography and like, yeah, that type of stuff. Why is this all shit? No. Gish remastered. Yeah, we may as well. We may as well. At least it's not shit. Oh yeah, listen to those Jimmy Chamberlain licks, baby. That's probably not Darcy, but Billy playing on the recording, because Billy used to re-record everybody else's bits. I love Billy Corgan so much. He's such an asshole, and I aspire to be like him, but I'm too nice. We got some banana, we got some sassafras. And one as you were three. Your Trinity, city to birth, city to birth. Philippines? Possibly. If we see a sign or something, that would be sick. Oh, is this a bridge? Is this civilization, mayhap? Nah, it's not. There's a house. Maybe? Oh yeah, this definitely isn't Australia. Unless it's Coffs Harbour, there's a lot of banana plants. The big banana. Actually, this looks like Australia now. This is what my parents' backyard in the Blue Mountains looks like. Lots of like giant tree ferns. Lots of sassafras. Christmas Island? Yeah, this could actually be Australia, no joke. If we see a lot of little crabs marching across the island, we'll know. Yeah, I think this might be Australia. Oh, writing. What writing is this? Is this Japanese or Taiwan? What characters are these? They look like Chinese characters. On the signpost? Chinese text, yeah. So I don't think it's Indonesia. Oh, we've got paving. We've got a footpath. And then it just abruptly ends. What the heck, dude? What is this? I wonder if it's like Papua New Guinea or something. Guys, it might even be Papua New Guinea because China's built a lot of infrastructure, like in a lot of places. Okinawa? I mean, possibly. It's anywhere in this entire region, right? It's anywhere. It's anywhere. Yeah. Potentially. I'm gonna go for Cambodia. It was Taiwan. Whoopsie. Sorry, Catzilla. I should have looked at the chat and listened to you. But I did not. I went rogue. I'm sorry. I thought I knew better. I should have trusted you, Catzilla. I always knew you would never leave me astray. God damn it. All right. We got Arabic writing. I just want to get there faster. This riff is sick. Yeah, it's I Am One and Smashing Pumpkins from their debut album, Gish. Wanna live in your misery. Oh, there's doggies or chickens. There's doggies and or chickens. Oh, it's goats. There's goats. There you go. That's what you get when you cross a dog and a chicken. You get a goat. Just in case you guys were wondering. It's science. You can't argue with science. That's against the law. It's Saudi Arabia, Oman, or the UAE. Yeah. Let's go here. The light here feels similar to Australian light, I feel like. Maybe this is like Argentina or something. What does this say? Yeah, argentina.com.ar. That's Argentina, right? Because Argentina is the only place that has higher UV than Australia, Buenos Aires. And this, like, until I thought maybe this could be Australia just after it rained. So that's why I thought Argentina. So I think this might be around this area. Yeah, that's why it had similar light to Australia. Alright, guys. You want me to do your raid, Catzilla? You want me to do a raidy poos? Let me open up my handy dandy notebook. Ooh, gotta hide the back end, if you know what I mean, guys. Always make sure you cover your back end, if you know what I mean. 3 hours we did it. I did do it. I gotta work my way up to being a 4-hour girl, you know? Gotta develop the stamina. Twitch, Pandadorra, that's me. It's me, Mamma Mia. Where do I go? Create a dashboard. I think that's where I go. Is it? No, wrong place. I'll work it out. Stream manager. There we go. There we go. You can set up the raid. I can do it. Alright, who am I raiding, Catzilla? Sweetie baby. Tell me who I'm raiding, because I don't know who anyone is. Arena? Oh, she's got 229 people watching her. Jesus Christ. Alright. See you guys. See you next time. Bye.